Hello. hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lineage Break Live, a Grand Archive TCG live show. I am your host, Cam. With me, as always, is Rusty. Jesus Christ.
Hey there, Chad. How are we doing today? Hey, Cam. Happy Friday. I'm tired.
Yeah, you know,
it's sleepy today.
my sleep schedule's been like kind of strange the last couple of days, where like I get home from work, like, you know, like a regular ass old person, you know. I get home from work and I'm like real tired, and I'm like, I'll just lay down for a minute, right? And then of course I fall asleep for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, you know, take a little nap, but then I wake up and it's like 11:30 midnight or whatever. So then, because I took a nap, I stay up until 5 in the morning, and then I have to get up at 11 a.m., and I'm already tired. I took some melatonin, so now I feel like one of those people that, like, you know, you get out of surgery and you're not supposed to operate heavy machinery. I'm tired.
Careful over this side, then.
Oh, this is the machinery?
Yeah.
Don't let me operate your machinery?
Yeah, it's too much.
Listen, man, I got a license for that. Welcome, chat. We're here. We're ready to talk about some Grand Archive stuff. Spoilers for the episode today. We're going to talk about some prices of some PTM cards, and by some PTM cards, I mean a PTM card, because basically everything else in PTM is free. I don't know if you've looked at the prices. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting. Basically everything is no money, except for that one card.
Yeah,
that is some money, which is good.
It's weird, right? It's because like that one card's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then it's really hard to. You're like, I opened up like a bunch of product. I didn't pull that one card.
Yeah.
Can I trade for that one card? And they're like,
I'll take everything you open.
Yeah.
It's like,
yikes.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Obviously, the thumbnail, I think, of all of your personalities here on the Grand Archive internet. Steve and I have pretty tempered opinions about it. We're actually really not that upset, but of course we had to, you know, clickbait you guys in here to talk about prices, because that gets everybody riled up, because these days we have to think about the views or whatever. There's also some lore to talk about. We'll obviously save that for the end of the show.
That's like for us.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Literally, I like gasped audibly. I was like,
I know, yeah, it was such a big deal. I was like, what? They just like stealth dropped this on Twitter. It's like such an actually huge bit of information. But I am riled. We're riled up. I'm gonna cast some Rile Ebis today. I'm excited about that. Other than that, chat, we hope you're doing well. Hope your holidays are going well. Hope you guys are excited for the holiday stream next week. I don't have a. Sorry, go ahead.
I said I am. I'm extremely excited, especially if we're getting more lore. Like Bell dropped that tidbit, and I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm. You know, not a huge like. We don't do a massive Christmas. You know, with my family, so it's pretty tame. So I'm very excited for the holidays to be done, and then do some holiday streaming. Looks pretty cool. Some cool stuff, probably. I don't know.
This fucking guy.
Mean, yeah, it looks pretty
canceled.
cool. You guys should be excited. Thank you, King Okaze. Yeah, I did re-enable super chats last night. I figured out why it was broken.
Oh yeah,
some coffee and break my lineage.
You figured out the
yeah, sort of. I don't know. Well, so what initially happened? You guys, Steve, and of course chat, love to hear about
behind the scenes.
I guess it's like YouTube minutia. When I set up our AdSense account, I'm up breaking my lineage. When I set up our AdSense account, it asks you, and I should have known better. I've been on YouTube for a while, but it asks you like some questions, but it's not exactly clear how damning those questions are. And it's like, is this a personal account or for a business? And I was like, well, I guess, you know, like Steve and I share it, so like it is a business, I guess. So I'll click that button. Shouldn't have done that. That was very incorrect. Because then it's like, can I have your business license and your tax ID? And I'm like, you got me on that one. I don't have one of those. So whatever, like $30 or whatever people had sent us last time super chats were on, those are lost in the abyss. They're on that account that I cannot get the money out of because they want me to have a business. So then I remade one, obviously with my personal information. So now we can actually get paid. So I returned on the thing.
Nice.
So yeah, they're fixed now. It took forever. Allegedly, chat. Listen, we're not YouTube people. I mean, like, we're YouTube people, but we're not YouTube people. We're never like, and don't forget to like and
comment,
subscribe.
yeah.
However, I do actually really want to do some stuff with the membership program, but we don't get said membership program until we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you are watching the show this week, any week at all, sometime, please hit that sub button because we're kind of close. We're at 710, 715 right now. So we got to, we're chugging along our little tiny YouTube show that you guys have been watching for
2 years.
Forever.
I'm
We're so old. Thank you, Merkel. But yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it, but I have one of them.
Yeah, we.
I want chat to be I own a Lost Providence.
Yeah, we. It's easy for us to get up on our high horse and talk about Lost Providence because we both own one.
Right.
So.
But I appreciate you, Marigold, and you, King Kaze.
So yeah, thank you guys for your support. We hopefully.
Mine is not foiled, so I guess. I guess the Murgle, the Murgle donation was for my foiled Lost Providence.
True, that's true. You do need one of those. Hopefully, you guys will. We're a mess today. We'll see some cool stuff from LB in the next couple of months. Yeah. We are moving out of Steven's big white office soon. And with that move, we have some cool stuff planned. I know we've said that before, but this time it's real. We have some cool stuff planned. So hopefully you guys will see a little bit more LB content that is not just this show. Because if we're being honest, let's be honest here, people. This show, we do it for us. We do it for you. It is not good for the algorithm. It is certainly not good for the creators program. I'm not gonna touch that one. So we do it because we love it, but we do want to do some other stuff for you Grand Archive folks as well. No other games or anything, just Grand Archive stuff. But if you want
other games, you can just hang out in the Discord. Yeah, sometimes I go in there and I stream games.
True. Come to the LB Discord, send a personal direct message to Steven, and he will invite you.
Actually, don't send it to me.
Yeah,
just send it to Sean Cronin.
Oh, he'll love that.
He loves unsolicited DMs.
He does, to be fair. That guy just loves yapping.
He's a yapper.
So you can send him to Cronin. That works, too.
He's our business manager.
All right, Steven.
Yes, me. You want to talk about the thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're... So, if you guys haven't heard, I'm sure you have heard, Phantom Monarchs released last week, 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. It's been around for a minute. And there is one particular card that is pretty good. That card is Lost Providence, our new Divine Relic. Seems like probably the best DR that we've gotten since Grand Crusaders Ring. It's pretty good. Slots into a lot of decks, and especially, I think important to note, slots into a lot of decks that are not beginner friendly, I think is important. It's like a very level 3 focused card, and it means that it slots into a lot of the more expensive decks, right? Because that's usually what happens. Is the advanced element decks tend to be the more expensive ones because they require you to play more high rarity stuff, et cetera, et cetera. PTM as a whole, I think, looks pretty healthy. Prices are pretty reasonable. There's this card's $10, $15, this card's $20, whatever, but there's nothing super outrageous other than Lost Providence. There is a reason for that, and that is the reason we're going to talk about today. Of course, we have to start by saying, as we mentioned earlier, obviously as a joke, we both have Lost Providences, but $165 is what that card's going for right now. That is, I think, pretty unacceptable. I'm sure that's not a hot take. People don't want to pay $165 for their Divine Relic. I would go out on a limb and say that it's not completely unheard of in the trading card game space. anyone that has been in the TCG space for a while and has played other games, cards do get expensive sometimes. But I think the important thing to talk about in regards to Lost Providence and in regards to Grand Archive is that this is an outlier. There are a few other outliers in Grand Archive that I think are worth talking about as well, but that's sort of a separate conversation. We've had this before, right? Like I remember like Backup Charger is a great example that's mentioned in chat. That was a rare that for a long time was like $80. It's sort of this like ubiquity is what gets people into an issue, and Lost Providence specifically was short printed, sort of by accident, which left us with 2,600 copies of the non-foil. And we can see, at least from our end of season Omnidex post about, who landed in what tier or whatever, there's like 6,000-ish very active players that are, active enough to be, ranked on Omnidex. That's, of course, completely discounting any sort of new players that are looking to get in or more casual players that don't play at ranked Omnidex events. The game is still pretty small, so finding an LGS that runs ranked Omnidex events is a little bit tougher. But even if we just use that 6,000 number of people that we know play Grand Archive regularly, that's more than double the amount of Lost Providences that are on the market. So.
And that's not even saying all of them get open.
Right, exactly. We're assuming maybe half of them, have been opened in launch month, and it'll probably stay that way. I mean, there's obviously a steep decline in product being opened as the weeks go on, right? So, yeah, it's pretty hard to get. I mean, even locally, I think of the 30, 40 some odd cases that we opened maybe half a dozen.
Yeah, it was definitely under 10.
Yeah,
in 40 plus cases.
Right. So it's difficult, and I get that. Weebs has put out a statement about said thing, which I see Steven has pulled up. If you want to give us a read, so we can hear from the Weebs before we give you our opinions on the matter.
Regarding UR Regalia short print in Phantom Monarchs. To the Grand Archive community. We are excited to announce that Phantom Monarchs PTM has a tremendous success. With the debut of Cariophils and Looking Glass sites, fans have shared that opening the set delivered one of the most enjoyable peak opening experiences in Grand Archive history. That being said, PTM didn't come without issues, one of which we'd like to address in this post. UR Regalia print run issue. We want to acknowledge that an issue that emerged with the production of Phantom Monarchs, the low print run of UR Regalia cards. In particular, Lost Providence has become largely inaccessible due to its broad utility across decks. Our original intention was to keep the UR Regalia short print ratio similar to Distorted Reflections. However, due to an improper printing plate configuration, UR Regalia cards were short printed more than intended. We've learned that this ratio is extremely sensitive to adjust, and we will take full responsibility to the impact this has had on accountability. Do you want me to continue, or do you want to pause here to discuss?
No, you can keep going.
Okay. Radiant Origins reprints. Although not originally planned for Radiant Origins, we have decided to include Lost Providence in the upcoming set. It will appear in the reprint slot alongside already planned Grand Crusader's Ring and Quicksilver Grail reprints. While we're at it, we would also like to address the inaccessibility of Looking Glass from DTR by adding it to the same slot. Please note, these reprints will not be full art like the versions found in DTR First Edition and PTM First Edition. These reprints will feature different artwork from the originals. These reprints will be added to the end of the set for numbering purposes. These reprints will be exclusive to First Edition Radiant Origins and will not appear in future editions. The UR reprint pull rate from RDO 1 First Edition has been increased to offset the dilution caused by the larger pool of UR reprints. We will correct the print run of Lost Providence and other UR Regalia in the eventual PTM Alter Edition, ensuing alignment with our original intention. Radiant Origin reprints. Radiant Origin is a capstone set with configuration very different from a standard expansion set. It represents a unique moment for Grand Archive's journey, and we are excited to share more details coming soon. To learn more about Radiant Origins, please join us for the holiday stream, December 27th, 2025 at 5 p.m. PST on YouTube.com.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so all of the URs, weird, reconnection successful. My internet! We are reprinting basically all of the URs that are relevant. Who knows if they're reprinting temporal spectrometer or whatever, but they say GCR, QSG, Lost Providence, Looking Glass, which is good. I think, obviously we can sit here and say, price too high, weebs make reprint good, smiley face, right? I think the more important thing to address here is sort of, and Steve and I were talking about this on the way over here, is the growth of Grand Archive and the sort of issue that this presents going forward. Because like we can look at the Lost Providence, right? And it's $165, and that is unacceptable. But the product's brand new, and it was short printed, right? So, we can point to the issues. There's not enough. Product's brand new. People want the new card before the season starts, right? But then you look at Looking Glass. I think that's the one that's like really strange. Is that Looking Glass also $160? That one, as far as we know, not short printed. Set is now old. Right. So it is just kept that price through its lifetime. It was about that much when it came out, maybe a little bit less, and it is sort of creeped up because it is extremely playable. And so if obviously they're addressing the problem now, which hopefully will drop the prices of those cards. But I think what I'm interested in is if there is a change in sort of ideology from weebs when we get to like set 10. Is set 10 going to have a print run of the Divine Relic similar to the Looking Glass, and then that card ends up being $160 as well, and then for the rest of time we basically have, you know, this DR slot that is going to be extremely unapproachable for a lot of people. Like most people's decks in Grand Archive, and I think Grand Archive on the grand scheme of trading card games is fairly expensive. Most people's decks cost like what, $300-$400, and you know, you just have to add $160 on top of that for your DR, right? It's like 40% of the cost of your deck for this single card is pretty crazy.
Right.
Obviously, the game is growing, and for those of you that don't know how GA does things, they do have a single dedicated printer, not printer, but you know, like a facility that does printing for Grand Archive. And so we maybe eventually get to the point where they outgrow that, and that becomes a problem for them to, you know, figure out logistically. But I think the important takeaway from this whole situation is open more product. No, I'm kidding. I think the important takeaway is that Weebs cares. And for all those people that are like out there, you know, complaining about the prices, we get it. I'm sure they get it. Obviously they get it. They put out this public statement about it. This is not the sort of company that traditionally has sort of just thrown their hands up. You know, I don't officially work for the company, so I can throw other people under the bus, right? Like Flesh and Blood is a hideously unapproachable game, and every time that they reprint cards that they know are way too much money, they upshift them or put them into like a box topper pack or something, because they know that they are selling product for you to be able to open these expensive cards. They're not trying to like bring approachability down. They are trying to get you to open more product because you can open a $150 card in your box topper. If they really wanted that card to be approachable, they would actually reprint it, right? And so I'm very glad that that is not the approach that Weebs takes, and that they are actually reprinting these cards in a somewhat accessible manner. We see them say in that statement that they're going to increase the UR rate to account for dilution in the pool for RDO, which I think is really cool. So just, you know, relax, folks. It'll be all right. I understand if you're trying to go to London or Manila, that it's hard to get our Lost Providence, but that is sort of the game that you play, man. If you're going to be on that cutting edge of competitive Grand Archive, you do sometimes have to spend kind of an outrageous price to do so. But if you're not doing that, hey man,
what's the big deal, right? There's
print,
plenty of ways.
Print one out on your printer.
We had this conversation internally at the LB headquarters, and honestly, there's so many different ways to approach playing Grand Archive. Like, unless you are trying to, like Cam said, be on the cutting edge, you want to like be riding that line, you're gonna win every ascent. Like, just relax. Like, eventually it'll come out and you'll get it, or like you'll open it, or someone will have an extra and they'll be able to trade it to you. Like, it's not a big deal.
I can understand though that it's a pain point for people, and somebody in chat says, as a casual player they're never going to touch decks that run Looking Glass or Lost Providence. As a whoever the fuck I am, I don't even have Looking Glass. So to be fair, I would avoid every deck that was playing Looking Glass, because it's like, I don't want to spend $150 on that card. My hope, I think there is this problem now where Grand Archive has been and remains to be a very competitive forward game. I think that Grand Archive has a great sort of basis for associating yourself with characters. I think the lore is great. It has really good sticking points for a casual market, right? Like, the character's great. It's very easy to associate yourself with a class or with a character or whatever. It's very easy to have that sort of this is my deck feel. But currently, the way that the game is set up, most of the people, if not all of the people, by and large, that play Grand Archive are like semi-competitive people. You're playing in this 1v1 environment. And so I can get it, even if you're a casual player, that it is really like a big turnoff to feel like you cannot compete. Even if you are like not putting in the time, you feel like you are monetarily gated from playing the game in the same way that everyone else does. And that sucks. And I get that. My hope is, fingers crossed, hopefully we learn more about Pantheon. Obviously, they're going to be talking about RDO on the holiday stream, and hopefully that includes Pantheon. And I am very hopeful that Pantheon is a casual format that can give people an outlet to play the game in a way that is not the way that Grand Archive is being played right now. Because if you're playing a 4-person game, assuming it's a multiplayer format, you don't need to have a Looking Glass if you're playing with 3 other people. If Pantheon ends up being a 1v1 format that is more casual, maybe we're still in that same problem.
Right.
But assuming that it's multiplayer, I think that does lessen the amount that you need these $165 cards, and you still get to enjoy the game regardless of, the money that you're spending. So
yeah,
that's my hope. Fingers crossed. I hope that we learn more soon. I assume we have to, because RDO is supposed to be Pantheon launch. So
yeah, I mean, we're supposed to learn about it in Los Angeles.
Yeah. I assume if they're like, we haven't even gotten the product sheet for RDO, so like I assume if they're giving us the product sheet, we will have to learn something about how they're supporting Pantheon. Maybe it's just the format comes out and you can play it. Mm-hmm. I guess that's possible too. And there's not like a SKU for it or whatever. But if there is, we have to learn about it. So hopefully that happens next week. Make sure to tune in to the holiday stream. But yeah, I think there's a great spot to play Grand Archive casually, and I think that is really where the pain point comes most of all. Is like, for the most part, it's not the competitive players that I see complaining about Lost Providence, right? Like, you don't see Caben throwing up his hands and being like, "This is ridiculous. How much this card is worth," right? Because they've been around that sort of environment, the other card games, Grand Archive even, and they understand the sometimes requirement that goes into playing competitively. It is really the casual players that it feels like are getting the short end of the stick. You're just like a really big Tony fan, and you really want to play Lost Providence in your casual Tony deck, right? And
Tony doesn't play Lost Providence. He plays Looking Glass, but like that's fine. That's same deal. It's fine.
Whichever $160 card you want.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Poro knows.
So, yeah.
And
stay tuned.
Actually, I don't know if Poro knows.
I don't know. Have hope. Hopefully prices will go down. I think without a doubt when RDO comes out, prices of these cards will go down. By how much, I don't know. It sort of remains to be seen how much this reprint actually affects them. I don't think that they've said anything about print runs. So if they're like, we're reprinting the Looking Glass and there's 7 more copies in RDO, it'll be different, right? So I think it sort of depends on the severity of this reprint, how far prices will drop, and up on my high horse with my Divine Relics. I think it's okay if your DR costs like $50-$60. I think that's okay. It's supposed to be a special piece in your deck. You're only allowed to run 1. It should be that sort of chase card. And when you open product, it should feel good to open your Divine Relic. You don't want things to feel like FTC, right? Where you open your Quicksilver Grail and it's $20. So there is there's like 6-7. There is a place in the middle that you can find where the card is still desirable, still is, feels good to open, is worth an amount of money, but it's not worth an unapproachable amount of money that, can't solve the issues. So people keep talking about rotation. I can't read any of that. It's moving too fast. Rotation's not happening. So worry about that way later, because I don't think that's on the horizon anytime soon. So. All right. There we go.
Yeah. I as someone who has played card games for a million years, because I am an old boomer man from boomer times, one card in my deck costing $160 that I need 1 copy of, I'll get over it.
Yeah, me too. But we're adults. We have disposable income.
Right.
I understand that. I there was a time where I wasn't in that place. Right, when I played Ye Old Magic the Gathering, it took me like 9 months to save up enough money to buy a place at a Dark Confidants. Because they were like $80 a piece. And I was a kid. And so. I get it that some people don't have the means to do that, nor should they feel like they should
or need to.
Right, exactly. That's the important part. Like, even if you have $165 in your bank account right now, and that is your disposable income, and you can use it, you shouldn't feel like you have to buy this DR. And I think that's kind of the issue. So,
where do we stand on a ban versus rotation cycle? I think both are necessary in a card game, especially at a certain point. Like, the card pool gets too big, and it's really hard for you to continue to produce a certain level of quality cards without breaking cards from the past. This is a thing that has plagued Yu-Gi-Oh! In perpetuity for as long as I know, where they print a new archetype and forgot about a card that they made 15 years ago, and then that card becomes $300 and is broken, and that becomes a level 0 deck, tier 0 deck in the format. So without rotation, that is the risk that you fall into. As for a ban list, I think cards are too strong as intended, and sometimes need to be removed from the format entirely before a rotation could happen. However, I do not think at the current moment in Grand Archive, we are at the point where rotation is necessary for the game. That is my opinion.
I spent a lot of money on my stuff. I don't want them to rotate my $5,000 Alice Lineage, So that's how I feel about it. Steve and I come from different trading card game backgrounds, which I think is good. It gives us different sort of lenses on situations like this. I think Steve's mostly right. Rotation does need to happen surely at some point. You get to the point where exactly what you said. They print some card that interacts with some card 15 years ago and it breaks the game. Personally, that's my favorite part. I think the only thing that I want to happen is rotation will have to happen. And yes, of course, it's a long ways off. But when rotation happens, I really, really, really hope that they support their legacy format. And allow for that to be a little bit more powerful and have those, the combos that create broken things. I think is really cool, and that was my favorite way to play Magic. But that only exists with there being a healthy rotation format, but I think the healthy rotation format also only exists where there being a healthy legacy format. So here's hoping they support their healthy legacy format, because of course, things will have to rotate, and I won't get to play Ari forever, right? But I don't want to take my Ari lineage and wrap it up into a box and ship it off to the crematorium. I would love to have a place to be able to play that. And I think a cool part about that is once cards rotate, you can print things into the standard environment that in the standard environment are pretty reasonable, but do have implications for those older decks on purpose. And I think that's really cool too. So here's hoping for a supported legacy format. But I think that's basically echoing what Silidar has said. I believe that was last holiday stream, so you guys should go watch that Q&A. It was on one of those. It was either the holiday stream or the anniversary stream, where he talked a little bit about rotation, and he was very much on the rotation is only worth it when you have an older format to support. But for them, logistically supporting two formats is really hard because they're a small team. So I think that will all come with time
and growth.
And we're seeing lots of time and growth, and that's good. So, Steven,
it's time.
It's time.
We've
the
gotten
people
paid.
In chat are paying us to
talk
change
about
topics.
it.
So, there was a tweet yesterday.
Yeah.
Just like sort of out of nowhere, and it's kind of early. I think we got our first RDO spoiler. No text on the card, so we don't know exactly what it does. But we got the art for Found Power, and we got a little blurb from our favorite dev about the lore, which Steve can read because he's looking at it.
I wasn't. Now. That was your post.
But my post was a quote retweet. Just poke the button. Not from her. I mean, yes, from her, but on the post, Steven. Come on. My transitions, bro. Just scroll up and read the box.
I didn't know what she also retweeted it. I didn't know if that's the one you were talking about. And in that moment, the Duchess knew she had been right all along. She was indeed the heroine of this tale.
So weird, man.
As Cam said, this is Found Power. It is a picture of Duchess, the ace. She's an ace?
No.
Queen? What is she?
No. I don't remember what number.
Chat, what is Duchess?
What number is Duchess? She's 6. She's 6 of hearts, I think. 6 of hearts, I believe. Anyways, thank you. 6 of hearts. I'm so smart. Thank you, chat. She in this art, she's apparently holding something. Yeah.
Which appears to be a proto-archive key.
Right.
Which I've made the assumption that this is Merlin's proto-archive key.
Yeah.
Because in one of the card arts from her reco, we see her throwing it to the ground and returning to Homeworld.
Yeah.
So presumably Duchess picked this up and obtained power.
Bizarre. And the thing that's so strange about the lore, right? Because we're very much into the lore. If you guys didn't know that. Is it's usually like pretty obtuse, and we have to like make a lot of assumptions, and we see like, oh, what could this mean? I like remember when they showed us before DTR came out, they showed us the art for Sovereign Sanctuary, and we're like, oh, who is this? Is this Alice from Alice in Wonderland? Oh my God, that's so crazy, right? And we can make all these assumptions. I think that this is the most like so unapologetically clear piece of information that we've gotten in a long time. The card that Steve is mentioning, if you're following along with us, is Another Beginnings, is the card in the Merlin Reco. The framing is identical. If you guys look at the art, like the grass coming up from one side and the trees parting in the middle, the literal framing of this art and that art is identical.
Except Merlin is walking away into a portal in one.
Right. So yeah, I think it's just the card's called Found Power. It's like she found that proto archive key. She do be using it.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like she picked it up and like immediately was like someone's like, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part that we can sort of speculate on because we don't know a whole lot about the proto archive right now. And so is this like the key to a door where, like, if Steve dropped his keys outside, somebody could just unlock the door and become Lineage Break. Like, that is theoretically true in our real world. But this magical key, like, do you have to be attuned to it? And I think that's the sort of part where people are split. We've seen a lot of people, myself included, it was like my first like shotgun reaction was like, oh, Duchess gets a champion. Like, surely she's powerful enough to use this proto-archive key. That means she can world top. That means she's a champion. Easy, But maybe that's not the case. Maybe just anybody that picks up this key can get into the proto-archive, and she's not doing it, as a champion. Maybe she's rooting around in there and doing bad stuff. Is just a
I would love
a
follow-up card for this, and the power of the key like consumes her, and she like
just
dies.
explodes. Yeah. It's a really odd character. I think that's why I was so shocked. Like, Duchess does have more screen time than like
most
Noir or whatever, right? So sure, she is a character that they do want to have some sort of personality. She's on quite a few cards. But I am shocked to see, especially like post DTR block, right? Like, the block's over. Storyline ended for Underland as far as we know. And then we randomly see this like side character pop up in the next set, having, found this immense amount of power from Merlin being careless yet again. So definitely weird. I think it would be really cool if Duchess got a champion. I don't know that that's necessarily true. I think it would be strange.
It would be strange, but
it would be cool though.
A Chessman champion kind of goes crazy.
Suited.
Suited.
But yeah, I mean, Chessman does have one, right? And so that would be cool if on the other side of the coin there was a suited champion that you could play. If she was like a Lineage Break, I think that would be pretty cute. She's very obviously a mage. She's on all mage cards, and her card is a mage. So mage God needs more options, so that would be good too. So yeah, I think that would be really interesting. Does Grand Archives lore follow chronological order of set release? Asks someone in chat. And that's great. There was a tweet that you were trying to read from our lovely creative
now I have
lead.
To find it.
But the answer is yes and no. Until RDO, the answer has been yes. So DOA through PTM has all been in chronological order. But Bell, the creative lead for Weebs of the Shore, put out a tweet yesterday,
which says, every world has so far been introduced in chronological order. There are moments where you might get a glimpse of events of the past, but RDO will be the first set to focus on events of the past and the present.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. So it's also the stuff that has happened previously. Obviously, we can only assume that at least this Duchess part is in present time, because it is post PTM after Merlin departs back to the homeworld, which hopefully means that Merlin is in the homeworld in jail, being put to the cross or whatever for her transgressions.
But we will find out who killed Lorraine's parents, says chat.
Maybe it's Duchess this whole time.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, I'm excited to get some homeworldy stuff, but it also seems like we are putting a real focus on the Proto Archive, which was not something that I would have expected until we got that Merlin Recollection deck, right? Well, I guess it wasn't even a thing that we knew about until the Merlin Recollection deck, but I sort of assumed that it was something that was associated with Merlin, and then she, hits him with the Woody, I don't want to play with you anymore. But it's cool to see that Duchess is at least carrying that storyline forward. So maybe we'll learn more about what on God's Earth that is and what that means.
Mm-hmm. Since we're talking about homeworld and chronological order and stuff, I would like to also bring up that one creative lead, Belle, also her first lore tidbit for RDO. Did you know time flows differently in the homeworld compared to other worlds? Almost always, time in the homeworld will progress slower. 1 year in the homeworld could be 2 or even 10 years on another world.
It's like Interstellar.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's cool. It means that DTR and PTM has happened, and it's been like, a day or something.
A couple days.
It's like, oh, we're back. It's good to see you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure that will have some implications, and especially, I think more so will allow the creative team to explore a wider range of time, because you don't, like, obviously what happens in any sort of large work or piece of art where you have to align a timeline, right? You get the people like us, unfortunately, that are trying to like line things up and, oh, where does this fit in the timeline or whatever? And so it's much easier to just be like, hey, not only is this next set past and present, but also time moves differently. So you can't be like, when does this happen? It's like, you probably don't know, and that's okay. And I think that allows them to explore like a wider range of characters, and
it also gives, champion goes to a world,
right?
That world moves faster. They come back. They're old.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Diana's old. She's like 50 now.
It's funny. It'd be fun. Just like old man Tony. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, right. We spend 2 years on the home world, and then it turns out that's 25 years on Azoth, and then Tony comes home and he's like, hey,
guys.
Hey guys, I'm retired now. I'm done with all the racism and robot killing.
Yeah. We killed them all.
Yeah, we're very excited for RDO, and most of all, excited for the lore. So I think it'll be cool. So we haven't really gotten any sort of peek into the homeworld other than the draft packs were all homeworld theme cards, and then that one lore article that came out decades ago now.
Which one?
Regaling
Regaling Regalia Part 2 when?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe soon. We're going back to the homeworld. So
you know what? If we
around.
get Regaling Regalia 2 before I get CL2,
yeah,
I might just burn down.
Hey, maybe we never get CL2.
I will lose my goddamn.
We never got like Rye 2, right? So
yeah, but who besides Pat Murphy?
I don't.
Who cares about Rye?
People care, man. People like Rye. Rye's a cool guy. I don't know, man. I don't know.
To be fair, I don't even know if Pat Murphy likes Rye anymore. I've been seeing him play Kongming a lot.
Well, CL2. That's a great. Yeah. How have your profile pictures been going on Omnidex, Steven?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's great.
I don't want to talk about it. Hi, I'm a cleric main apparently. Fucking blowing my brains out.
I got a red hair. That's my claim to fame.
Yeah. Fucking Poro has CL2.
I know. I've seen it. Looks pretty good.
He's living my life.
Listen, man, it's all, it's just time. You'll get one every week for the rest of forever. So.
Right. I will say, I am complaining a lot for a man who, my first pull was a CL card.
Trinket.
Yeah, I have a condemned trinket, which surely will never change.
On
it has his bottom chin. That's cool.
He's chinning. I thought his whole face was on that card.
On the card.
Oh, sure. But it's like actually the trinket.
It's just zoomed in on the trinket.
So he's got a little bit of CL chin.
However, I got a fucking pawn token. I got a power cell. I got a flood bloom, which is a Dao Chan card. I got golden queen or golden pawn.
I don't know. You're talking to me like I know what you got. I don't know. You got something.
Some blonde
chessman lady. They're all blonde ladies,
It's not Alice.
It's not Alice. That one would be pretty huge. And I think those are all URs. I've seen very few of them. The champions.
Yeah. I know someone in Europe got Diana. Diana won because Shinja posted about it and was really mad.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. I wonder, does it tell you what the pull rates are? I don't know.
I don't know, but
I'm notoriously very unlucky when it comes to gacha.
All I'm saying, Weebs, when you implementing the credit card swipe button,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me gamba.
Let me roll, bro.
Let me gamba.
I would be rolling, unironically for sure.
I'd be hitting.
Let me roll, dude. Let me swipe card.
I'd hit the button a couple times a week, just it's $5. Yeah, but
I'm telling you, single-handedly, I'd be uplifting the economy if there's a Grand Archive gacha game. So,
That's
true. you put out Sandbox, right? That's step one. We put out Sandbox. Step 2 is you make Sandbox into a real digital client. Step 3 is add gacha, infinite money. So easy. It's so easy, bro.
But it has to be just cosmetics. The
Oh,
cards,
yeah,
the
yeah.
cards should just all be free.
Cards are free.
Everything else is cosmetic, like
and
sleeves, avatar.
I'll tell you what.
Do the Magic Arena thing. Give me a little like a clickable pet.
And what a great marketing model that is. It worked great for Runeterra. I'm sure it'll work great for Grand Archive as well. Anyways, I think that's all we got. I don't know. That's my run of show for the week. Thank you guys for watching. So Steven, here's the thing. We haven't even discussed this ourselves, and now we're discussing it here on the internet.
Oh, okay.
So next Friday, we'll be here.
Yeah.
Amen. That's right after Christmas. It'll be right before the holiday stream because the holiday stream's on Saturday.
Yes.
So we'll yap with you guys. We will, make some holiday stream predictions. Maybe they'll give us any more information so we can predict things about the holiday stream. There is a survey for the holiday stream, which we'll be using for, I don't know.
Hey, did that close?
No, I think it's still open.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, it's like what's the most powerful norm card or whatever, stuff like that. Which I assume will maybe be for like content creator bingo or asking questions or something. So make sure to fill that out because it'd be cool. Vote for Embertail Squirrel for the most broken fire card. That's what I put. So.
Oh, I surely will put that.
Yeah, Embertail Squirrel. So maybe
I was
LB can be felt on the live stream.
I was really looking forward to playing the erupting Allen list because it was so cool.
Yeah.
And then once I got all the cards, they banned it. They banned erupting.
Well, it's because Embertail Squirrel is too powerful. So make sure you do that. Yeah, maybe Content Creator Family Feud. I think that would be cute too. So we'll be here next Friday. I think, due to our timeline, we will update you next week, but we might not be here the week after that. See if we can get moved in, get everything set up at the new location. So we might have to take a week off. We will let you know next week when we know what the plan is and how we want to roll out LB 2.0 proper. So look forward to that. But you can catch us here next week. You can catch us here today. You can catch us here every previous Friday for the past 3 years at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday.
Asterisk.
We appreciate you watching and supporting us as always. Again, we'll hopefully have some more cool stuff coming soon. We are working on that, but we want to flesh out the LB channel a little bit more and give you guys some more things to watch because we like doing it and hopefully you guys like
watching it.
Steven, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
It's time for lunch.
Hey, chat,
what are we eating for lunch?
We haven't asked you in a long time.
Bring back a classic. But you gotta fire quick because then we gotta end the show.
We have to end the show. We
gotta.
We don't have the yap session at the end anymore.
No yaps. So let us know. Pasta. All right. Shipped.
Lead.
All right.
Hey, Adi, don't come to Locals today.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.